Darling, I feel sorry for you and your family. I never thought it would come to this. Never imagined that I would be standing here, looking at you, knowing that no matter what I say, no matter how much truth I lay before you, you will never see it. And that, more than anything, is why I feel sorry for you. Not just for you, but for the people who have shaped you, the ones who raised you, the ones who taught you to be the person standing in front of me now. Because, darling, I feel sorry for you and your family. You were never given a chance to be more. I see it now. The way you are trapped in the same cycle, the same mindset, the same empty traditions that have been passed down to you like a burden you never questioned. You never learned to break free. You never stopped to ask yourself if there was more to life than this, more than the coldness, more than the silence, more than the unspoken rules that have governed everything you do. And I see now that you never will. Your family taught you to live in shadows. I used to wonder why you held yourself back, why you refused to feel deeply, to love without hesitation, to embrace something real. But now I understand. You were never taught how. Your family built walls around their hearts, taught you to speak in half-truths, to measure your love in calculations, rather than in emotions. And now that is all you know. Now that is all you are. And for that I pity you. You will never know what it means to truly love. I gave you everything, every piece of me, every ounce of love I had to offer, but you didn't know what to do with it. You didn't know how to hold something so pure, so open, so real, because love to you has always been a transaction, a negotiation, something that exists only when it serves a purpose. And that is why I feel sorry for you, because while I will walk away knowing I gave my heart fully, knowing I felt something true, you will walk away empty, and you won't even realize it. Because, darling, I feel sorry for you and your family, for the love you never knew how to accept, for the happiness you will never be brave enough to claim, for the life you will never truly live. I look at you now, and all I see is what could have been. A person who had the chance to break free, to love without fear, to choose something different from the coldness you were raised in. But instead you chose comfort over change, control over love. And that is why, more than anything, I feel sorry for you and your family. You never learned what it means to be free. You were never taught that love is more than obligation, more than keeping up appearances, more than following the same rules your family forced upon you, as if breaking them would somehow shatter everything you know. But what you don't see, what you refuse to see, is that those rules have already taken everything from you. They have stolen your ability to love without fear, to live without guilt, to embrace something real, something honest, something that isn't dictated by tradition or expectation. And now you are just another piece in the cycle. Your family's legacy is one of emptiness. I used to think I could save you, that if I loved you enough, if I showed you something different, you would choose me, choose us. But now I realize you were never meant to escape them. You were shaped by them, molded into someone who will always put their approval above your own happiness. And that's why I feel sorry for you, because you don't even realize how much of yourself you've lost. And worse, you don't care to find it. One day you will regret this. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but there will come a time when you are alone, when the silence around you is no longer comforting but suffocating. And in that moment, you will remember what you had in me, what you let go of, what you were too afraid to hold on to. And by then, it will be too late. Because, darling, I feel sorry for you and your family, for the love you will never know, for the life you will never truly live, and for the emptiness you will one day realize was entirely of your own making. I used to believe you would change, that one day you would wake up and see the world beyond what was handed to you, that you would look past the expectations, past the rules, past the walls that have kept you trapped in a life that was never really yours. But now I see it clearly. You never wanted to change. And that is why, darling, I feel sorry for you and your family. You chose fear over love. I gave you something real, something honest, something that didn't come with conditions or requirements, only a heart that wanted nothing more than to love you. But instead of holding on to it, you let it slip through your fingers. Because love to you was never about feeling. It was about control, about pleasing the ones who came before you, the ones who taught you that love was nothing more than duty wrapped in obligation. You feared stepping outside of what was expected, and so you chose them over something real. You will never know what it means to be happy. Not truly, not in the way love is meant to feel, free, wild, without restraint. Because you are still carrying their voices in your mind, still measuring every decision by how they will judge you. You live for their approval, not your own heart. And one day you will wake up and realize that you never lived at all. I walk away without regret, but with pity. I no longer wonder if I could have changed you. Because the truth is, I was never the problem. It was never about me. It was about the person you were too afraid to become. And that is why, darling, I feel sorry for you and your family. Because you may have won their approval, but you have lost something far greater. You have lost me. And even if you don't see it now, one day you will. I once believed you could love me the way I loved you. That deep inside, beneath all the walls and the weight of your family's expectations, there was a part of you that longed for something more, something real. But I was wrong, and that is why, darling, I feel sorry for you and your family. You have traded love for acceptance. You had a choice to step into something unknown, but beautiful, to embrace a love that had no conditions, no rules, no limits. But instead you clung to what was familiar, to a life that was mapped out for you, before you ever had a chance to decide if it was what you wanted. You let them define you, and in doing so you let them steal the one thing that could have truly been yours. You are a reflection of those who came before you. I see it now, the way your words echo theirs, the way your actions mirror everything they have ever taught you. You are not your own person. You are simply another extension of a family that has never known what it means to love without restraint. They taught you to live for approval, to follow, never question. And so you have, without hesitation, without looking back, without realizing that in choosing their world, you have lost something far more valuable. One day you will understand what you've done. Maybe it won't happen today. Maybe not even years from now. But at some point, when the world is quiet and you are left with nothing but your own thoughts, the truth will creep in. You will wonder what it would have been like to choose differently, to love without fear, to be free. But by then, it will be too late. Because, darling, I feel sorry for you and your family, for the love you never allowed yourself to have, for the life you let slip through your fingers, and for the regret that will one day find you when there is nothing left but memories of what could have been. I used to think love could change anything, that if I gave enough of my heart, if I proved that love was stronger than fear, you would finally break free. But I see it now. Some chains are not meant to be broken, and that is why, darling, I feel sorry for you and your family. You have chosen their world over your own heart. I watched you hesitate. For a moment I saw it. The doubt, the longing, the small flicker of the person you could have been. But in the end, you let them win. You let their expectations weigh heavier than the love in front of you. And now you will never know what it means to love without limits. To wake up beside someone who chooses you not because they have to, but because they want to. You will never escape the cage they built for you. You may think you are free, that by doing what they asked, by walking the path they set for you. You have secured yourself a life without conflict, without resistance. But you have only locked yourself deeper inside their world. A world where love is measured, where happiness is sacrificed for appearance, where you will always wonder, what if you had been brave enough? What if you had chosen love over obligation? What if you had chosen me instead? One day, you will feel the emptiness you refuse to acknowledge. Maybe not now, maybe not even soon, but there will come a day when their approval is no longer enough. When you realize that all you have done is live the life they wanted, not the one you did. And in that moment, when you look back and see the love you could have had, the life you could have built, the happiness you let slip away, you will understand. And by then, I will be gone. Because, darling, I feel sorry for you and your family, for the love you didn't fight for the life you never truly lived, and for the day you finally realized that the only person you ever truly betrayed was yourself. You have mistaken obedience for strength. You think you are strong because you do what is expected of you, because you follow the rules without hesitation, because you never question the path that was set for you, long before you had the chance to choose. But strength is not silence. It is not submission. It is not ignoring your own heart for the sake of people who will never know what it means to love unconditionally. You have mistaken compliance for courage, and in doing so you have lost the chance to truly live. Your family has taught you fear disguised as honor. You speak of loyalty, of duty, of doing what is right. But all I hear is fear. Fear of disappointing them. Fear of stepping outside the narrow lines they drew for you. Fear of choosing something for yourself instead of for them. And that is what makes me pity you. Because while I have loved you freely, fully without restraint, you have only ever loved with caution, with hesitation, with an invisible leash pulling you back. One day you will regret this more than you know. Not today, not tomorrow, but one day, when their voices no longer control you, when you are left with nothing but time and memory, you will wonder what life could have been if you had just chosen differently. If you had just chosen me. And when that day comes, you will realize something far worse than losing me. You lost yourself. Because, darling, I feel sorry for you and your family, for the love you let slip away, for the happiness you never had the courage to claim, for the years you will waste pretending this life was ever truly yours.